Oh, sorry about that, guys. That was botchamania purposes right there. I forgot that my mic was on mute. But what is up, guys? Thank you guys for tuning in this Friday evening, Friday afternoon, whatever time it is for you guys to come in and to watch me talk about some pro wrestling here on the Friday wrestling stream. Originally, I didn't know if this was going to go down. I was like, oh, I don't know if I'm going to be able to do the usual Friday wrestling stream. Just been a little bit busy. You know, finals are coming up. I have a couple finals that I got to study and prepare for at school. But other than that, man, I'm doing good. Got some work in me today. Was just like, okay, got to work out later tonight. Just got to ultimately overall just keep the madness going, because you know we got to keep the madness going up in here, man. Oh yeah, man. California weather's at it again, dude. This California weather is some BS, man. It's hot, dog. Like, I'm not gonna lie, dude. It's hot. It's like one of those weathers that just put me in like such a terrible mood where I'm just like, man, I don't even want to do anything right now, because all it does is just make me feel hot the whole time. It doesn't make me feel comfortable and everything like that. Like, my mom paid all this money for air conditioning, right? And I told her, I was like, why would we want to pay for air conditioning when we could use it for something else? She's been complaining, oh, we need air conditioning for years now at this house. We finally get air conditioning, shit don't work. Like, I knew this would happen. I knew this would happen, where it's like, oh, we get air conditioning, shit won't work, and she won't turn it down any lower, because she's like, okay, here's the thing. She spends all this money on air conditioning, where I said we could use this money for something else. She spends all this money on air conditioning, all right? And then she's going on over here. She's going on over here saying, oh, I don't want to, like, waste the electricity bill and stuff like that. Like, Mom, you paying money for that? That makes no sense. If you're going to spend this money to have this air conditioning, wouldn't you think you would spend the money to keep it cool in the house? Like, that's what I just don't get sometimes with my mom. She just does stuff where I'm just like, but why though? Like, why do we need air conditioning if it's not needed? Like that's the thing. Like, I'm fine with my fans. My fans work just as well. But it's like, she said, get this air conditioning. I don't feel it. I quite frankly don't feel it. But hey, it is what it is. Hope you guys are doing better than I am with the whole California weather that's haunting me right now. But anyways, guys, it's the Friday wrestling stream. Tonight, we only have really two major topics, and of course, the Q&A portion after the stream. We have WWE Backlash this Sunday, so we're going to do some Backlash 2018 predictions for you guys. And we're going to talk about the fallout from Wrestling Dontaku Night 1 and Night 2, 2018 from the New Japan Pro Wrestling. So hope you guys are hyped for that. If you guys are liking the stream, give the stream a big old thumbs up. Make sure you guys share the stream on Twitter and stuff. I always like it when I see more people coming in. I always like that as well. It's kind of my fault, because I know Friday nights, man. Friday nights are really hard to get motherfuckers to watch some dude talk about pro wrestling, because it's just like, man, why are you talking about wrestling on Friday night? So yeah, I should have done this earlier, but I was just too tired, man. I got done with some homework in school, and I was like, fuck this, man. I'm going to sleep. That's how I felt. But anyways, it's time to go talk about Backlash 2018. Backlash 2018 is, once again, a Raw and SmackDown event. It will be, this is now the new theme. No more Raw exclusives, no more SmackDown exclusives. We're getting the best of both worlds. The best of both worlds. I don't know what worlds they're talking about, but whatever. Sponsored by Hulu and Mattel at the Prudential Center in New Jersey. We have Backlash 2018. What up, Aisha? And everything like that. Yeah, but Sunday I got the Backlash review stream. So if I do that live, I might just record it. I haven't decided yet. So anyways, guys, it's time to talk about Backlash. And guys, we got a great pre-show match here. Bayley versus Ruby Riott. Why is this happening? Well, of course, you know, the Riott squad has been beating up Bayley's kind of best friend. Are they friends? We don't know at all. Sasha Banks. So, you know, it makes sense. You know, Bayley's now going to fight Ruby Riott. It's like, to me personally, it's like, what is the storyline they're trying to tell with Bayley and Sasha Banks? Because I really don't know if they're trying to slow burn this feud and trying to save it for, like, oh, let's save it for another pay-per-view. Because, like seriously, it's just like, Bayley right now should be someone that you're trying to change as a character. She has been one of the few people where I'm like, oh, I actually want to see what they're doing with Bayley. Because I want to know what they're actually going to try to do with her. But they're not really trying to change anything with Bayley, to be honest. It just seems like Bayley comes out, does her usual, oh, I don't know, guys, like, I really want to be a really good wrestler. Like that's literally like Bayley's character. I want to hug you and be a good wrestler. Like that's literally Bayley's character. And this match will probably end the same way that the match that Sasha had with Riott on Monday night did. The Riott Squad will get the advantage on the numbers. Bayley won't be able to capitalize. Riott Squad wins. And really, to be honest, what's this doing for Ruby Riott? That's another thing too. It's like, it's not like Ruby Riott will all of a sudden become like, oh, she's now the next in line for Nia Jax. Like, no. Like, she ain't. So really, to be honest, I don't know why this match is happening. Like, honestly, I don't. If you want to put a pre-show match that actually has something that matters, just do Natalya versus Mickie James. Yeah, I get it. That would be like the Ronda segment. But, you know, I guess these pre-shows, I didn't know they were on YouTube. I'm guessing if you want to, like, just push, like, last-minute people, maybe wanted to see if they will continue anything with Ronda at the pay-per-view, might as well just put that on the pre-show, right? That makes more dang sense than putting this match where it's just like, really, to be honest, the feud has been the same thing that they've been doing with Sasha, man. So, yeah, I don't even know what they're trying to do, man. I honestly don't know what they're trying to do. Up next, we have the main card of the evening. Now, this card, straight up, man, it's like the perfect example of why they're bringing back these dual branded pay-per-views. Why there's no single branded pay-per-views anymore. Because there's no way that if Raw had a pay-per-view right now, they could make this into a pay-per-view. Same with SmackDown, man. They would have to rely on the whole brand warfare type of deal. So anyways, we have Care Bear and my boy, Bobby Lashley, taking on Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn. Cammy! Okay, see, this is where WWE, this is like this match right here. Perfect example of how WWE's writing team just doesn't know what to do with any of these wrestlers. You have Care Bear, who is over with the fans. Do I like that? Not really. Do I care for it? Not really. But he's in the opening tag match with Bobby Lashley. When Care Bear, last pay-per-view, teamed up with the 10-year-old to win the Raw Tag Team titles. So, why couldn't you have Care Bear win the tag titles with Lashley? That way, Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn are at least fighting for a title on the show. Because you have Kevin Owens, who, by the way, is a former Universal Champion, taking on Sami Zayn. Teaming up with Sami Zayn. And it's just like, to me, it's just like this whole match doesn't make any sense. And CPZ, I would love to see a Lashley heel turn. I would love to see Lashley do something exciting. But I just feel WWE is going to keep this match boring and simple. Care Bear and Bobby winning their match. Bobby and all smiles and Care Bear's all smiles. That's how I see WWE doing this match. Because WWE would wait for the heel turn until like the next pay-per-view or on Raw. Because the thing is, WWE doesn't really do stuff anymore where they make pay-per-views worthwhile. Because here's the difference. WWE does pay-per-views every month. So unlike other companies who do pay-per-views every once in a while, you got to do stuff to continue on your feuds or end feuds at these shows. It would make sense for Lashley to turn heel and beat down Care Bear and then, you know, show a side that he hasn't shown before. But they ain't going to do that at this pay-per-view. There's no way they would sacrifice Care Bear to Cammy. Maybe in a Raw Tag Team title shot? Oh, maybe, possibly. But no way they would make Lashley turn heel here. I feel like they would wait until Raw or maybe the next pay-per-view. I see no way in hell that Lashley turns heel at this pay-per-view. I see Care Bear and Lashley winning like goofs. And Care Bear will do the same 5 spots that he always does. He's going to do that stupid running. I hate that new spot where he runs around the ring and he like shoulder tackles everyone. Oh my god, dude. Like, I don't get it, dude. I honestly don't get how Care Bear gets away with a lot of his terrible booking. Like, he really gets away with it. And it's just, it amazes me. It's really amazing. We have Daniel Bryan taking on Big Cass. Everyone's pissed that Daniel Bryan's coming back and he's facing Big Cass. I'm over here like, why are you pissed off at this? Like, you knew that WWE wasn't going to use Bryan correctly when he came back. But also at the same time, what, do you want Bryan to be forced in the main event scene right away? Nah. I'm actually kind of happy that he's feuded with Big Cass. I feel like he could help someone like a Big Cass get his potential as a main eventer. I don't like the route of Big Cass being like, I hate vanilla midgets. I'm big. You're tiny. You're in my world, boy. Like, I hate that gimmick. It's like, it's so overplayed. Like, it's just like, okay, we get it. Big Cass is tall. We could just have it where Big Cass is maybe jealous of Daniel Bryan because Daniel Bryan stole his thunder. You know what I'm saying? Like it would be better if Gumby was preparing to come back to SmackDown before Mania, and then Daniel Bryan announced that, and Gumby comes out and he says, "I'm jealous. You stole everything that what I was going to be. I was going to be Shane's tag team partner," or something like that. Like he was going to say that he was going to team up Shane to face down Cammy or something like that. That would have been so much better. But instead, Big Cass is like, "I'm tall, you're not. LOL, that's the feud." And yeah, that works for some people. If you like mediocrity, good. But for me, it's just like, I need more substance, man. Like, I want something that actually, it's like, yeah, I would agree with Big Cass, but think that he's a petty little bitch for not being, for attacking Daniel Bryan. And that right there is perfect. Could you imagine Big Cass was saying he was ready to go? He was about to be the guy to suggest a tag team match against Cammy with Shane McMahon, but then no, Daniel Bryan had to come back and steal my thunder. Like, can you imagine that? That's something right there where it's like, okay, I can understand why Big Cass is mad at him, but he's being really petty because we all know Daniel Bryan's a bigger star than you. There we go. That's so much better than Big Cass like, "I'm tall, you're not." It's like, ugh, whatever. Who should win this match? Honestly, Bryan like Hulk Hogan, like all of Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens' offense at WrestleMania. And quite frankly, I feel like he should beat Big Cass here. I know everyone's going to be like, no, Gumby should win, Chase. No, Gumby shouldn't win this match. Because the thing is, they need to make a heel look foolish on this show. And Gumby seems like the perfect heel to make foolish here. And also, I have another heel, quote unquote, winning tonight that I feel like needs it more than Big. Because here's the thing. Gumby, he can win anytime against Daniel Bryan. The other heel, he needs a big win on his brand. Gumby don't need the win right now. Gumby can just be Gumby, okay? So when it comes down to it, I really do feel like that Bryan should win this match. Because honestly, like, and not in a way where, like, I guess WWE will make it in a way where he wins via, like, roll-up or something like that. Because that's just who they are. Carmella versus Charlotte for the SmackDown Women's Championship. I don't see a decisive winner here. I feel like they're going to keep Charlotte away from the title right now because the problem is Charlotte already is just super dominant. So it's just kind of like, you know, you can't make her win the title right away. And you don't need to start building Charlotte for Rousey until like November. So but I don't see Carmella winning clean. I think this would be a solid match between these two women. But I have Carmella retaining via count out or disqualification. Some goofiness will happen. Like, there'll be no clean way for Charlotte to lose this match. I mean, she's a golden child. Why would Charlotte lose to Carmella clean? Like, that's just ridiculous. But, so yeah, I have Carmella retaining somehow. Nia Jax and Alexa Bliss for the women's title. Same match at Mania. Nia Jax will win. You know, I won't be surprised if they probably do give it back to Alexa Bliss because, you know, that's kind of like the trend. Oh, this person wins the title. LOL, Alexa Bliss wins it right back. But I really do feel like they want to go somewhere with Nia Jax. I really don't feel like they're just going to give Nia Jax the belt just for her to never, like, just for her to just have it just because they're like, let's just give it to Nia Jax. I really do feel like she's going to hold the title until at least SummerSlam. I don't see them taking away the belt from her right away. So Nia Jax winning. We're getting a rematch from Royal Rumble 2008 over here. Jeff Hardy versus Randy Orton for the WWE United States title. Low key, guys, I'm super excited for this matchup, man. Like, it's 10 years in the making, damn it. We're getting the rematch that we should have had a long time ago. Jeff Hardy, Randy Orton, man. We're standing on the rooftops. Everybody scream your hearts out. Standing on the rooftops, everybody scream your hearts out. This is all we got now. Everybody scream your hearts out. This is what we got now. And I know everyone's going to say, but Chase, that Cena. I get it. I know what the Cena did is absolutely terrible. The dude's a sicko. But I still love that song, okay? Don't take that song away from me, okay? You all can take away everything else from me. But do not take away my 2008 Jeff Hardy Rooftops promo, okay? One of the creme de la creme of great promos in the WWE. Don't at me. Actually, you can at me. I don't care. It's one of the best. But yeah, man, 10 years in the making, I'm getting my Randy Orton and Jeff Hardy rematch, man. Oh, what a time to be alive. If you would have told me, like honestly, I say this a lot, but it's true. Think about this, man. Telling 15-year-old Chase, hey, dude, you're going to see Jeff Hardy and Randy Orton wrestle in 10 more years. No, not even, man. Not even. They're still wrestling each other. It's great. I love it. I love him, Mago. But yeah, no, this should be a good match. I mean, it should be a good match. I mean, Jeff Hardy has been kind of sloppy as of late. But man, Randy Orton, dude. Randy Orton, he been clean, okay? I feel Jeff Hardy is going to win, though. I don't know why. I just see an Andrade, Cien Almas, and Jeff Hardy feud. Like, that's like the one feud I see. I'm just like, Andrade, Cien Almas makes so much sense to take on Jeff Hardy. Because I feel like this is literally all of Jeff Hardy's feuds. Hey, Jeff Hardy, can you cut a promo? Nah, man, I don't want to. Okay. We'll just put you with someone that can't cut a promo. Cool. And Jeff Hardy's like such an easy guy for heels to face. Like, I don't know. I feel a Cien Almas and Jeff Hardy feud. That's some money right there, man. So, yeah, I think Jeff Hardy's going to win. I feel like this should be a pay-per-view afterwards. When Orton loses, Orton should have a moment on this show where he gets up. He looks like just dejected. Like he's just not happy whatsoever. And he just leaves. And we don't see him for a while. I feel like that's the best bet for Orton. Because, like, right now, what the hell could Orton do on SmackDown? Like, I just don't see any good feuds for Randy Orton. I really don't. I sit here and I say to myself, what feuds are there? Like, what feuds are there for Orton? He has, like, nobody that he can face that's worth a damn. It's just kind of like, oh, yeah, he's going to be on the roster. I feel like he should disappear for a little bit, come back around the summertime, come back at Money in the Bank or just something like that, you know? Just do something where he's off TV for a bit. No one wants to see a Randy Orton Samoa Joe feud. Like no. I don't want to see that. Why would I want to see Orton and Samoa Joe? Like, ugh, that's just disgusting. Like, that's like the ultimate rebound feud. Like, that's like the feud if Joe loses this Sunday. Oh, let's give him Orton so that way he has a big feud and stuff like that. It's like, no. It's just ridiculous, man. Just absolutely ridiculous. But yeah, Orton and Lashley. Why did I say Orton and Lashley? But Orton and Hardy should be a fun match. Seth Rollins versus The Miz. We know what's going to happen. Rollins is going to win. Burn it down. Not going to go into too big detail in this match. Should be fine. Should be fine. Alrighty then. Now time to talk about the big matches, because these are considered big matches. Roman Reigns, the big dog, our boy, the cockfist, taking on Samoa Joe in a match that we've seen multiple times. That I still don't understand how this match makes sense. Samoa Joe, who literally, the last time I saw him, he was just like, I'm gonna beat up John Cena at Royal Rumble. Like we thought that was gonna be a thing, and then all of a sudden, like, now he's gone from TV forever, and then he's all like, Roman Reigns, I want to beat your ass. It's like, whoa, where did this come from? It's like out of nowhere. It's like, it would make sense if Samoa Joe's like a guy that has Reigns' number, and Reigns just can't beat this guy. But every time it's a big match, like, that's what I don't understand about this feud. Joe comes out, he's all like, Reigns, you can't win a big match. Every time when you face Lizard, you get your ass kicked. And then it's just like, and it's just like, wait, but every time you face Reigns, you get your ass kicked. Like, that's why it's like, where's the interest in this feud? Where's the point where I'm like, oh, you know what? This feud makes sense. I want to see this happen. I want to see Reigns and Joe. Oh my God, this is not even a match I want to see. It's just like, why are you doing this match? And especially if it's the ultimate why you're doing this match, if Reigns wins. Like, Reigns should not win this match. At all. He doesn't need to win this match. He honestly doesn't. You should be tearing down Roman Reigns and building him back up. I don't care if he wins, if he loses because of distraction. He shouldn't win this match. Samoa Joe needs a win big time. Huge. Joe needs a win huge, and he needs to go out there and freaking beat Roman Reigns. Because, like, for real, like, we need something where Samoa Joe actually has some momentum going. He's going to SmackDown. This seems like the most perfect time to build SmackDown around someone else other than AJ Styles. So you got to go with Samoa Joe. You got to have Samoa Joe become the guy that, that beats Reigns at this pay-per-view. Because if you just have Reigns win, what's the freaking point? Because what are you building up Reigns to at the next pay-per-view that would just be like, oh, we need him to win? He's not going for the Universal title anytime soon. No one wants to see him in that title picture anytime soon. Not only that, there's other people that are worth Reigns' time where he doesn't need to win. A Dean Ambrose, for example, would be perfect. I would say Dean Ambrose is the most perfect, most logical feud for Roman Reigns at this moment of time where he doesn't need a win over Samoa Joe. Just for me personally, if you're going to literally have it where Roman Reigns loses those last two big matches just for him to win this match with Samoa Joe, then what's the point of having them lose these big matches? If someone's going to lose big matches, they have to keep on building up a storyline of why they're losing, tear them down, work on Roman Reigns doing a comeback in his career. So yeah, Samoa Joe has to win. And if he doesn't, it's a joke. It honestly is a joke. It's just going to be like, oh, man. So what? Samoa Joe can go beat Randy Orton at the next pay-per-view so that way he gets a bounce-back win? Like, what? Why? Why the hell would I want to see that? That doesn't sound appealing whatsoever. That just sounds weak as hell. At least in my personal opinion. So yeah, that right there is a match. I have Samoa Joe. I'm predicting Samoa Joe. But I won't be surprised if Roman Reigns wins because that's what WWE does. They'll just have it where it's like, LOL, Reigns wins. And then we move on forward to AJ Styles versus Shinsuke Nakamura, which I'm guessing is going to be the main event because it's for the WWE title, but you never know with this company. No disqualification match for the WWE Championship. Obviously, the story for this match is much better for the Mania match, but I just feel Shinsuke has gone to the low blow way too much. And I'm always a big believer, man. I'm always like, hey, if you're going to turn someone heel, you have to have them win. You have to have them win this title match right here. But quite frankly, Shinsuke's heel character is just not really doing it for me where I want to see him win. And quite frankly, I think this is the moment where AJ Styles actually learns what a cup is. And so Shinsuke's going to go for the low blow. And Shinsuke's going to be like, ah! And then AJ's going to pull out a cup and be like, ha! And then phenomenal forearm. I don't know if that's a heel or a face move. Honestly, the best move would be if AJ Styles goes to kick Shinsuke in the nuts. Because and then it turns out Shinsuke is wearing a cup. And then Shinsuke wins with the Kinshasa. That'd be hilarious. But I don't know what they're going to do with this match. I know this match will be pretty good, though. Because they're literally just going to have it where it's just these two are just going to brawl throughout the arena. So it's going to be a fun match. I'm going to enjoy what these two men are going to be doing against each other. I think this is going to be better than the WrestleMania match and their GRR match. But for me personally, it's just that AJ and Nakamura, I don't know who's going to win. I don't know like for sure who is going to win. But I never doubt AJ Styles. NDA. Never doubt AJ. Unless he's facing a Breakfast Club or a Golden Child, that's when you NDA. But when AJ Styles is facing one of those fools, I mean, he's a Republican boy. We all know how Vince feels about his Republicans. And Shinsuke, really, to be honest, how many times has WWE actually turned someone heel and they actually do something? So yeah, for me personally, I want AJ Styles to retain, and I think he will retain. So that's Backlash 2018. Honestly, reading you that card, it just seems very, very lackluster, very, very boring, and just seems like there's only like maybe 3 matches to really care about. Reigns and Joe, the WWE title match, and if you're an old head like myself, Orton versus Jeff Hardy. Other than that, like, I don't know. Like, where's the soul of the Cruiserweight division? Did I miss a Cedric Alexander match? I don't see the soul of 205 Live on this show. The Raw Tag Team titles are vacant. The SmackDown Tag Team titles are vacant. They're not on the show. Like, what? You couldn't find a way for the Bludgeon Brothers to do something stupid on this show? There's no Honda Housey. Where's our girl Cringe Ronda, WWE? Like, she's been focused on TV a lot. You telling me you couldn't fit in a Natalya and Mickie James match, which would have been fine to have on this card? You're all about women progression and evolution. So why don't you have it where there's 3 women matches? And I don't think anyone would be saying no to Natalya versus Mickie James. Yeah, we've seen it on weeklies, but still, you got to do something with Honda, right? I figure Ronda Rousey's going to do something on this card. She has to, right? Be kind of stupid if she ain't. For me personally, it just feels like this card is literally just not even like a good Backlash. It's not even like a good redemption to WrestleMania. It's just bad. But hey, we'll have to wait and see until Sunday if that's true. Are any of you guys excited for Backlash? Let me know in the chat. I want to know if you guys are excited for WWE Backlash 2018. For me personally, I'm just like whatever on this pay-per-view. That's why I said, like, I don't know if I'm going to live stream it. There will be a review Sunday night, but I don't know if it's going to be a live review or if I'm going to, what's it called, or if it's going to be, Jesus, I'm sorry, I'm drawing a break, or if it's going to be recorded. I don't know why I was drawing a break to be recorded. I was reading Woj treating a Woj bomb. The Milwaukee Bucks are looking to get Becky Hannon as their head coach, which would be good. They need a head coach. That's not Joe Prunty. And I think Becky Hammond would build a good roster around Giannis Antetokounmpo. So, yeah. Just sharing the stream on Twitter real quick, and then we'll talk about New Japan's Wrestling Dontaku 2018. And if you guys are joining late, yes, I just did the Backlash predictions, but you can rewind and miss anything that you said. Oh, your finals, I used to. That's not good if your finals are going to be more entertaining than Backlash. Impact Wrestling pay-per-view. Ooh, that's a savage moment right there, straight shooter. It sounds like an Impact Wrestling pay-per-view. That's not good. High CPU usage detected. Bullshit, laptop. Oh, congratulations, Blue Knight. For you, Backlash might be a fun show. That's awesome, Wrestling Tubers. Alright, so let's get started. Talk about Wrestling Dontaku. There was 2 nights for this show on New Japan. Now, here's the thing. I am not going to go into full detail about these shows because really, to be honest, Dontaku is just there to really set up for Dominion. You know, and stuff like that. So, really, to be honest, I'll just tell you some matches to watch from night 1 and night 2. And then you guys can be the judge if you like these matches. So you should definitely watch from night 1 the Super Villains taking on the Bullet Club. The Super Villains are Marty Scurll and the Young Bucks taking on the Bullet Club of Bad Luck Fale, Tamatanga, and Tagalao. That was for the never openweight 6-man tag team titles. I'm not a fan of these 6-man tag team titles whatsoever that New Japan and ROH have been bringing. But whatever. It was a good match. I had fun watching it. Adam Page versus Kenny Omega, which was the main event of night 1, was also a really good match to check out as well. Cody and Ibushi was fine, but it wasn't my favorite match of the night. It was definitely Omega versus Adam Page. Night 2 was just LIJ versus Suzuki Gun is a solid 10 tag to check out. Ospreay and Kushida is really good. Ospreay has been killing it as of late. If you love in-ring action and you love your flips and doodads, oh, Will Ospreay's up your alley, man, because he just does all these crazy shit, man, and he does a good job with his matches. Like, you know, for those who like, you know, all the flippy stuff, like, definitely watch it. If you don't like flippy stuff, why are you watching Will Ospreay? Okada versus Tanahashi. Probably one of their better matchups. A lot of callbacks and throwbacks from their past matchups, their previous matches that they've been trying to build up for years. So really, to be honest, I really liked what they did with this matchup here. Not their best, but it was a good, solid matchup. But overall, Dontaku, both nights, it was just typical New Japan shows. Solid, but nothing too special or too unique. But there were big events on Dontaku night 2. After LIJ versus Suzuki Gun, LIJ posed for a little bit, and then Naito got his rounding applause, showing how over he is with the Japanese crowd. And then all of a sudden, Naito was exiting. He was walking out. He was shaking hands with the fans. And then someone in a mask was attacking Naito. Naito was getting attacked viciously. A barricade was broken on his back. And it turned out to be Chris Jericho. And Jericho had black lipstick on and makeup. He looked disgusting. It was just disgusting. And he looked like a heel. Like, that's what I appreciated. I was like, oh, why does Jericho look like that? But he looked like a heel. He started beating the crap out of Naito, code breakered him, beat him up with the television monitor. It was a good attack, man. And Jericho's doing his thing. He's like, hey, I'm going to go on and I'm just going to face the most over guys in New Japan. He's like, you ain't going to do anything with this, man. You ain't going to do anything with Naito. You're just going to waste his time. Let me wrestle this fool. I'll get him over just like that. Like, Naito's already over, but Jericho's going to make him more over and stuff like that. Kind of like Omega levels of over. So, yeah, Naito and Jericho looks like it's going to be set up for Dominion. Probably in a no-holds-barred type of match type of deal. I'm interested to see Jericho's reason of why he's attacking Naito. Because with Kenny Omega, there was a reason there of Jericho is like, oh, I hate that people are comparing me to you. You're just a little scrub. I'm the best in the world. You're nobody. I want to see why Jericho is attacking Naito. Like, I want to hear Jericho's reason. Like Naito is obviously going to be a little bit more pissed off. Like, we're not going to get, like, I don't care, I don't give a fuck Naito like we've been getting. But I really want to know what Jericho's reasoning for attacking Tetsuya Naito is, because that's really what's going to sell you on the story. But yeah, Jericho and Naito, finally they're doing something with Naito. I was going to make a video a while back asking what is New Japan doing with Naito. They just gave him the IC title, but hey, they're feuding in with Jericho, and hopefully that leads to Naito doing a great G1 showing, winning the G1 again, who knows. But yeah, Tetsuya Naito facing off against Chris Jericho in the near future. It seems like Ospreay is going to get probably one of his dream matches, probably at Dominion. I wonder if they're going to do the Rey Mysterio match at Dominion. I know maybe save that for Wrestle Kingdom, but maybe Ray's thinking about a WWE return soon. So I don't know, man. Why are you talking about the pocket knife in this chat, Degenerate Sharing God? Like, we don't talk about pocket knife in this chat. Fuck him. He's a piece of shit. He didn't do anything worth a damn. Oh, worth a damn. And then Okada beat Tanahashi, and oh boy, the IWC. I didn't see this live, man. I didn't see this live, but I'm pretty sure the IWC had their Vaseline ready, because Okada was going on. He was cutting his post-match promo like he normally does. He said 3 things. He said, first off, do I call you Tanahashi-san, Tanahashi-kun, Tanahashi-senpai? Whatever. It doesn't matter because you're still one heck of a guy. 2, this was a good match, and I broke the record. 3, I don't really have a third thing. Nah, just kidding and stuff like that. Just kidding, I do. And then he named off like a bunch of guys that he beat. He named off all the guys that he beat in his record-breaking 12 title reign. And he says, you know, I want someone for number 13, and that someone is Kenny Omega. And the fans went crazy. Omega came out. Oh, and keep in mind, I'm transcripting what I heard from the transcripts and stuff like that. Omega came out, and Omega was like, oh, I see, interesting, so you chose me. And then Okada's like, we're tied, 1-1. I think you don't like that either. I definitely don't like that. So here's the thing. How will we do this? No time limit. Because remember, the last year when they wrestled the Dominion, it went to a time limit draw. So we didn't know who was the winner. Okada won at Wrestle Kingdom. Omega won at the G1. So now they're tied. And so Okada said, let's not have a time limit. Let's go to sea. Let's go to war. Let's battle. Let's see who's the best. And then Kenny Omega said, which got the IWC probably raging. I don't know. Oh, brother. Let's not just do a regular match. Let's make this 2 out of 3 falls. Oh, God. Oh God, man, are we gonna have like a 6-hour wrestling match or something, man? I'm being dead serious. How long is this match gonna be between Kenny Omega and Kazuchika Okada, man? How long, for real, man? How long is this match gonna be? Because I like, seriously, this match is gonna be long as hell. It's literally gonna be one of the longest matches you will ever see. Because it took Okada 46 minutes at Wrestle Kingdom to beat Kenny Omega. And I believe it took Kenny Omega like 30 minutes at the G1. Let me look it up. I gotta look it up. Because it took Kenny Omega like 30 something minutes just to pin him. Or like 40. I want to say it was 40 at G1, man. Because I can't remember, man. G1 Climax 27. Let's see. How long did it take? Okay, yeah. So 30 minutes. I was right on that fact. Like 33 minutes it took Kenny Omega to win, man. Like, you know this match going to go at least almost 2 hours, man. Like for real, man. Oh, the Smarks are ready for this Degenerate Shark. They're going to be like,
oh, baby. Do not bug me on Dominion. This is my 4th of July party. I'm gonna go watch Kenny Omega and Kazuchika Okada, and they're going to go for about 2 hours.
Like that's what they're going to go doing during that match, man. Like, oh my God, dude. Meltzer already gave this 8 stars. Let's be real. Meltzer is skipping 7. He's just going to be like, oh, you know, this right here, Kenny is just great. Okada's great. 8 stars. It really is going to be an 8 star. Like, he's not even going to think about 7. It ain't going to be 6.5. He's going to say screw 7 and 7.5. This is 8 stars. Easy. He's literally going to give this match 8 stars. He's literally going to give this match 8 stars. These two are literally just going to look at each other, and that's 5 stars already for Meltzer. You already know that. Look, I'm excited for this matchup. I think it's going to be a good matchup. But man, dude, like everyone thinks, oh, this is the time Okada's going to lose to Omega. Oh, if you think Okada's losing to Omega, you're a fool. You're a fool if you think Okada's losing to Omega. He ain't losing to Kenny Omega. Are you kidding me? Okada is going to reign supreme forever. Remember, he's on his way to 100. So yeah, I honestly don't see Okada losing to Omega. But it should be a really good match between these two. And a match that the IW... And honestly, they literally were just like... Because New Japan, they were just kind of like... This year was kind of like... it's an okay year for New Japan. I mean, let's be real here. A lot of people were saying like, oh, this year has been okay for New Japan. A lot of people were disappointed that Naito didn't win at Wrestle Kingdom and stuff like that. And so now these matches where they have Naito versus Jericho and Okada versus Omega 4, 2 out of 3 falls. Oh, everyone's now like, oh, New Japan's back on track. They're doing the right thing. It's like, guys, let's calm down for a minute. They just put on 2 matches that Smarks would like. Yeah, I mean, let's be real here. Let's not overblow it. New Japan is still not necessarily doing the best this year when it just comes to just overall booking. And that's just my personal opinion. I'm pretty sure I'll get some New Japan hate right now. But y'all know me. I hate on every company. I'm fair with every company. Just understand it's just my opinion. They just haven't been the best. They've been personally my favorite company to watch more than the other companies, yes. But this year has just been kind of one of their weaker years, in my personal opinion. And Dominion seems like the perfect reset for them to hopefully change some people's minds. So yeah, that's it. I'm done talking about New Japan Pro Wrestling. For the next 15 minutes on the stream, we'll do the usual questions and answer portions on this channel. You guys can ask anything, even if it's not wrestling related and stuff like that. I feel like it's good. What's it called? I feel like it's gonna be a good time regardless. So yeah, just ask your questions away and let's get this started. How dare you, Degenerate Sargon? You're not excited for Pants Okada taking on Kenny Omega, the V Trigger. I bet you this is the match where Okada kicks out of the one-wing angel. Do I miss the bunny? Kadeem Simon, man, always with these random wrestlers. The bunny? No, I don't miss the bunny 1 minute, man. I don't miss the bunny 1 minute. Will WWE reach record world ratings again this year? Probably by football season, yeah. It depends on who's champion, to be honest. But, yeah, I think they could. Should Toronto Raptors fire Dwayne Casey? Yeah. Because when it comes to regular season success, the dude's great. But honestly, when it comes to postseason, the guy just chokes. He doesn't focus. Like, here's the thing about the Raptors, man. It's so amazing to me how in the regular season they have ball movement. Everyone's touching the ball. The ball doesn't stick in one player's hands for more than 2 seconds. There's less ISO ball for DeMar DeRozan. There's less ISO ball for Kyle Lowry. They're able to get good cuts and everything like that. The bench mob is playing good minutes. And in the postseason, Dwayne Casey forgets that ever exists. He just goes back to ISO DeRozan ball. ISO DeRozan ball isn't going to win you shit. The only way you have a chance against the only way any team's going to beat the Warriors, the Rockets, or the Cavs, you need to play team basketball. That's why I was saying, hey, the Raptors actually have a chance because they can play good team basketball. And it's just like, I don't know what happened. It's just like Casey's in the playoffs and he's like, oh, DeRozan, ISO up. Like, no way in hell. The last few plays for the Raptors in all these games should be DeRozan gets the fucking ball, low posts it, and acts like he's going to do something. No! Do what you've been doing all regular season. Pass the ball around. Move it around. Because here's the thing. If you actually moved that ball around, say in game 1 when DeRozan was driving, Fred VanVleet would have been wide open. Wide open. But no, instead, they don't do what they normally do. Is Joint Casey's just an idiot. They really need to get someone that's just like, hey, look, defense is good, but to win, especially in the East, we need offense, man. We need offense because that's what's going to win them a championship. That's what's going to win with Lowry and DeRozan. They need to find an offense that works. Get rid of that idiot Jonas Valanciunas. That guy has just been a failed experiment. Move on from him, man. But yeah. What is my favorite thing on the WWE Network? Probably Table for 3. Yeah, that's my favorite thing for sure, man. It's going to be super long and LOL Okada wins again, bitches. Of course. Degenerate Shargon. Isn't that great? I love it. How much longer till Lashley gets a smiling dancing gimmick? I don't know if they're going to give him that gimmick anytime soon. Maybe 2 years if he stays that long. You never know with LeBron. Hey, man, LeBron didn't win when he was like young. Dude, LeBron, he can't keep winning with these trash teams, man. That's why I find it funny when people are like, oh, yeah, LeBron will go to the West or anything. Get the fuck on out of here, man. Why would LeBron actually want a challenge in his career? LeBron is going to find an Eastern Conference team, man. And he's going to be like, I can make this team good. He ain't going to go to no Western Conference. Oh, with the Super Warriors over there. Even if he was on the Rockets, dude. Oh, he would just be like disgusted because he would have to face the Warriors in the Western Conference Finals. Nah, screw that. LeBron at least wants to be in the NBA Finals. He don't care if he gets swept. He's going to be fine. I'm saying earlier in his career, he's been failing. That's what I said, Dan Bones. I'm just saying, LeBron ain't going to no West. But the East, man, there's teams that can beat him. Dude, like, honestly, if the Celtics were healthy, I think they could beat him, man. Ishimori and the Bullet Club, your thoughts? Ishimori, he's kind of, I guess, replacing Marty Scurll. I feel like that's fine, because Marty Scurll's not... He's still a Bullet Club member, Marty Scurll, but I think Marty Scurll's now moving up a division. So I guess he's now going to be like a challenger to the U.S., or the Never Openweight Championship, so I think that's fine. Do you think Lashley is good to be a top guy like in TNA? Yeah, he can be a top guy. He's built like a top guy. He looks like a top guy. He feels like a top guy. So, yeah, I think he's good to be a top guy. It's just all based on presentation. Right now, WWE, they brought Lashley back at a bad time. What's up, Mark? Oh, you've been watching me for years? Thanks, man. Oh, y'all ain't fans. Y'all my friends. There's a difference, man. There's a difference. Like, I don't consider people who watch my channel fans. I consider them friends who want to talk about wrestling with me and stuff. Fans is just weird, man. I don't like calling y'all fans. Like, that's just weird. Like, viewers, yeah, because you guys are viewing me. Friends, yeah, because you're discussing wrestling with me. But fan, no. Like, don't say that. Like, if I was super famous, I guess. But yeah, no. 2011 to 2000 Bulls were the only team that could challenge LeBron in the East. And the Pacers, man. The 2015 Pacers before Lance Stevenson fucked up that team with Paul George and stuff. The 2014 Pacers? I can't remember what year that Pacers team that was good. They could have challenged for it too, man. Yeah, man. That's what I'm saying, man. If the Raptors could beat LeBron, Paul George could have come to that team. And then Paul George would have been like, okay, let's do this shit. Like, oh. DeRozan, Lowry, and Paul George. Oh, that's a good team right there. Yeah, Lashley has always had like that straight man gimmick, which is always good, man. Which is always good. Even in his early one for TNA, like he's been doing He's been I'm trying to blank. He was doing the MMA gimmick way before he was way before he was I'm trying to blank. He was doing like that MMA gimmick way before he was like in TN, like before he was like an actual MMA fighter. Like that was his gimmick. And people were pissed about it when he first came into TNA. I thought it was hilarious, man. I was like, well, he's supposed to be a heel. So yeah, they should like it was still stupid that they had him beat Samoa Joe on that Bound for Glory, but still, it was funny. Thoughts on Bain Simmons' Game 2 performance? Like I'm not gonna say, oh, Donovan Mitchell should win Rookie of the Year because of it. Ben Simmons is still a phenomenal young player in the league, but that's what happens, man, when you don't have a jump shot. Literally, Brad Stevens is saying, all right, Brad Stevens is a genius. He's like, we're taking away all your stupid 3-point shooters. Ben Simmons, you have to beat us. That's what Brad Stevens is doing. He's literally saying, you beat us. You try to beat us. And Ben Simmons can't. Ben Simmons literally can't beat them because he just doesn't get it. Like, hey, I actually have to try to take some jump shots. Because he literally only shoots if he's close to the rim. He doesn't try anything else. Like, you can leave Ben Simmons wide open for a mid-range shot. He ain't going to try that shit. Like, honestly, they were better off leaving TJ McConnell in the game. I don't know what the hell the Sixers were thinking. I've been good, Xander. Thanks for asking. Just not stressed, just chilling about finals and stuff. Got to do a bunch of fighting homework and stuff like that. Which, yeah, well, until Ben Simmons gets a jump shot, no. Do you agree with people who say Fedor is the GOAT or even top 3? Oh, Fedor's top 3 in MMA. GOAT? No, I don't go there. Like, the top 3 in MMA are Anderson, GSP, and Fedor. GSP and Anderson are interchangeable. John Jones would be in there, but I feel like John Jones has kind of like... Here's the thing. He beat DC on cocaine. But the last DC win, he still did kind of cheat. Because even if John Jones was saying, oh, I don't need that to beat Daniel, it's still like, you still took it, though. So, no. But John Jones is definitely, like, top 5 when it comes to, like, if we're just talking John Jones without any cheat, oh, John Jones would be number 1. But, yeah, it goes Anderson 1, GSP 2, Fedor 3. Fedor would have been higher, too, but Fedor kind of fucked up his legacy with all those stupid Strikeforce bits. Did you watch Sting versus High Jeff Hardy match live? And if so, what was your reaction? I honestly was, like, so disgusted by that. Like, I just could not believe a company let Jeff Hardy go out high like that. Like, I just thought that was like one thing where it's just like, I don't care what anyone says, and this is not to hate on TNA. No other company would allow something stupid like that, especially on a nationally broadcast pay-per-view. I've seen some indie shows do some fucked up shit, and that's the reason why I draw on the independents, because they realize they can't do stuff like that. But you're talking about, especially at that time, TNA was like clear-cut number 2 to WWE. They're having it where their freaking number 1 contender, one of their top guys they've been building, goes out there fucked up to fight a guy like Sting. Like, that was just disgusting. I couldn't believe it, man. Like for real, I just was just so disgusted by it. And like I said, this is not to hate on TNA. If WWE or New Japan were to do something like this, then yeah. Hell, I shit on AAA for allowing Jeff Jarrett to go out there freaking drunk as El Toro tortillas. But still, man. It was just ridiculous, man. Like, I just couldn't believe it, man. Like, honestly, it was just like the weirdest thing I've ever seen. Because there was a report backstage before the show started that Jeff Hardy passed out. I didn't know he was like on drugs. Like, I didn't know he was, like, fucked up at the time. They just said, oh, yeah, there was a report backstage that Jeff Hardy passed out. Like, why would you let Jeff Hardy come out like that? Like, oh, it was just so terrible, man. One of the worst things that I've seen a top-tier company have done in wrestling. Keep in mind, I said top-tier company. I've seen the independents do worse than what TNA did with Jeff Hardy. But when it comes to top-tier companies, that was one of the worst things. Chase to New York a couple weeks of time off to a Mets game versus Florida. Should I stay at home and give my tickets back? Why would you? The Mets are good this year. Why would you give your tickets away? I would go to a baseball game. Have you been to a baseball game before, Mark? If you haven't, go to a baseball game. But yeah, the Mets are good this year, so I would go watch the Mets. I don't know which Florida team you're talking about. There's Tampa Bay. There's the Marlins. So I don't know which team you're seeing, but yeah, man. Early predictions for who will be in the WWE title picture and who will face Lesnar for the Universal title at SummerSlam. Joe will be in the WWE title picture versus AJ Styles. SummerSlam, Lesnar, probably Care Bear or Lashley, but I think I'm leaning more towards Care Bear. Wouldn't be surprised if Baron Corbin went there. What was it? Yeah, that was the first time I've seen Sting pissed off, man. Do you think Titus Worldwide is a work? Worldside is a work? No, I honestly think Titus just slid on accident like an idiot. Because that guy does not look like he's coordinated whatsoever. And he literally is just running with it. Like, I think he just realized, oh, this is gold. Because, like, I don't think he thought this out. Because, like, if I'm a human being, I'm not thinking, oh, I want to slide like an idiot on purpose to just get a, like, no. Like, that did not look like he planned that at all. No, they're not going to trade away Gordon Hayward, Kadeem Simon. First of all, Hayward has a non-tradable. Hayward's contract is not tradable right now. Like, there's no team that's going to be really there's no team that's going to be like, oh, you pay Gordon Hayward this much money per year, and he's coming off this suspect ankle injury. And there's any, like no one's going to listen to the Celtics unless these three players are up for trade. Kyrie Irving, Jason Tatum, or Jaylen Brown. Anyone else on the Celtics, and maybe Terry Rozier. But any other person on the team, they're not going to, like, if the Celtics call, like, seriously, the Celtics call, hey, we were thinking about trading Hayward. No. What about Tatum? Were you guys going to trade Tatum? No. Like, you know what I'm saying? So, no, they're going to keep Hayward. Hayward's fine. I feel like Jaylen Brown's a good bench player. I don't feel like Jaylen Brown needs to be a starter, at least in my personal opinion. People could disagree with me. But I feel like you're fine with Jason Tatum at the shooting guard position and Gordon Hayward at the small forward. I see you just have good wing flexibility and stuff like that. I like a Marcus Smart and I like a Marcus Smart and Jaylen Brown bench with Terry Rozier. That seems like a good bench if you ask me. I don't know how the Eagles would be, but I feel like that's a good bench. So the OKC 3, man, one of the more disappointing things in sports, man. If the Benoit incident didn't happen, what would have happened if Vince blew up the limo/storyline? Originally, I heard the results of it finally, thanks to, what's that one? Support Wrestle Talk, that channel, Wrestle Talk. They said that Vince was going to bring his own brother. Like, he was going to bring his brother, Mark, into the picture, and that Mark McMahon would have been, or his uncle or something like that. Like, there was going to be a Mark McMahon character and stuff like that. So that's what they said that was going to happen. Yeah, no, Vince was just ridiculous. No 607 did some weird stuff, man. Yeah, you should go to a baseball game, Mark, especially if you're in New York. Yeah, dude, enjoy a baseball game. I don't know if you would find it boring, but I would say try it out at least, man. No, the perfect six-man for the Celtics is Jaylen Brown. Terry Rozier is a good scoring bench person off the Celtics bench, but not the perfect six-man. All the 205 guys' characters are like, I'm the heart and I'm the soul. I mean, really, to be honest, man, the only people with characters in 205 Live are Drew Gulak, because he wants to show people his PowerPoints. Buddy Murphy's character is this, like, oh, I gotta lose weight because I'm fat. But, yeah, that's, like, well, the same question could be for any company. Why don't a lot of these smaller guys have characters besides the fact that we're good wrestlers? Like, that's, like, pretty much all these smaller guys' characters. They need better ones. And Finn Balor could help 205 Live. He should be in 205 Live because he ain't doing anything else, man. You don't think they have to pay Terry based off his playoffs? Well, the thing is, they will pay Terry Rozier, but they're not going to pay him like he wants him to get paid, if that makes any sense. Because here's the thing. You have Kyrie Irving, you have Marcus Smart, you have Jaylen Brown, you have deep guard line. Like, the Celtics, the way that their team is, they're just deep for years to come. Terry Rozier, I think if he gets overpaid, they're not going to be all sad if they lose him, because they're like, oh, we're still going to be good. I feel like their main priority is like, okay, how are we going to keep Marcus Smart? Because Marcus Smart's a defensive beast, and they want to keep him on that roster. Like, Marcus Smart, Jaylen Brown, and Jason Tatum, those are the young guys that you have to pay. Those are the young guys that the Celtics have to focus about and pay, along with Kyrie Irving when that time comes. But when it comes to your three young guys, and especially Tatum, you got to pay that man when he gets better. Dan Bones, I've been saying forever Westbrook. I've always had Curry ahead of Westbrook. I don't know why people think Westbrook is so great. He just gets what's it called? He just gets like so overrated and stuff like that. Oh no, DC's screwed. No way Alucard could DC match up with the Infinity War. Oh man, no way. Does WWE respect TNA enough to let all their former stars keep their names, like AJ Styles, Joe, Aries, Young? Only the TNA guys have to keep their names, and Shinsuke. I think WWE, in a sense, does respect TNA enough to say that, because they do know that TNA at one point was competition to them, and do realize that, hey, TNA did have a good fan base that was actually challenging them at one point. But at the same time, I just feel like it's more like easier for when they do eventually get the TNA library, that they're like, hey, we have the TNA library on the network. Oh, here you go. You know, because one of the reasons why I think they got Jeff Jarrett in the Hall of Fame is because of that TNA library. Because Jeff Jarrett still has abilities and rights to that library and can get that library and can make a deal. Because I really don't think WWE cares about Impact Wrestling, the company itself. They just want Impact Wrestling's video library. And because that's a dope video library. I don't care what anyone says about Impact, TNA, their faults and their follies. Their video library is one of the best video libraries out there. So they would want that for sure. So much stuff they can make, man. Oh yeah, no, I loved when Jay Lethal was doing the whole stealing gimmicks and stuff like that. Black Machismo was great, man. It was a great little gimmick. I love that, man. Balor needs to turn heel. That would actually be a character change for him, but no, I just think that he's just going to be all like the same little goof we all know and hate. Oh yeah, that was the thing, dude. Like I was like, why do you like Marcus Smart? I always thought it was Mark is Smart. You know, not Marcus Smart. I always thought it was Mark is Smart, like SMARK, not Mark is Smart. But yeah, it gets confusing, especially in YWC when you talk basketball. Okay, say Big 3 would have made it past the first one with Roberson not being injured. I don't know about that one. Roberson is not that big of a defensive deal breaker. And plus, Roberson still sucks at shooting free throws, so they would have done hack Roberson. Favorite Williams from the Marvel movies? Mine include I thought you said Williams. I'm like, Williams of villains from the Marvel movies. Mine includes Loki, Ronan, and Thanos. I like Loki. I like Thanos. Killmonger's another good one. And I always forget the fool that was in Winter Soldier, what his name is. Not Winter Soldier, but you know, the guy that had Hydra invade all of S.H.I.E.L.D. and started Termination. That dude was a baller. He doesn't get much love, man. I don't think they're keeping PG. I heard PG is out. Like, he's just done with his team. Oh, no. That's a great comparison. Dwayne Casey and Andy Reid. All this freaking regular season success. No, not Bucky. He was like the scientist. Like when Captain America and Black Widow get into, I almost said Black Panther. Black Widow go into the thing and then they're talking to that scientist and stuff like that. That dude. I forgot his name though. Yeah, no, that's a great comparison though. All this regular season success and they ain't doing anything, man. Why would Paul, dude, honestly, if I'm Paul George, I'm looking for a good contending team. Like, why the fuck would you go to the Lakers, dude? Like for real, dude. Like, and also too, I feel like the Lakers are fine without Paul George. Like, I just feel like the Lakers should just focus on their young core now and say, screw all these other losers. Unless LeBron's coming, then you get LeBron. But other than that, screw like Boogie, screw Paul George. Like, man, dude, just pay Randall money and that's it. Just pay Randall money this offseason. Not too much money. Tell Randall, if Randall's that fat ass asking for too much money, then let him go. But man, you guys got good young players like Kuzma, Ingram, the Slim Reaper, or Slender Man. I forgot what Raker fans call him around here. I think they call him Slender Man. You know, you got Slender Man and stuff like that. So yeah, man. Best and worst TNA moment. The best TNA moment would probably have to be Kurt Angle debuting. Like, I just never thought I would see that in my life. It was huge for TNA to get that guy. So I really do feel like that was one of TNA's best moments. The worst TNA moment, Jeff Hardy and Sting, no questions asked. And I don't know if they could ever be competition to WWE. There's just been too many resets for Impact Wrestling for them to be competition to WWE. I mean, competition in a money sense, competition in a business sense. I mean, they could become competition. Like, I mean, I get people say they're competition when it comes to in-ring. I think that both companies are just whatever when it comes to in-ring. That's just me. You don't have to agree with me on that, but for me personally, I watch Impact Wrestling, I watch WWE. I say to myself, they're pretty much the same to me. When it comes to in-ring action, when it comes to product, it's the same. Storylines that don't really finish or progress. Matches that are just okay to great. It's fine. But when it comes to like being business-wise, nah. Too bad the Pelicans can't afford. Pelicans, like, they're one of those teams that mess themselves up with their contracts, just like the Blazers. Like, the Blazers mess themselves up with their stupid contracts. The Pelicans are the same deal, man. With the rumors of Jason Jordan returning soon, do you see him beating Rollins for the IC title at Money in the Bank or SummerSlam? Oh, SummerSlam. I see him winning Money in the Bank. Oh, I would love if Jason Jordan won Money in the Bank. That'd be right. Is it wrong for watching old TNA from the beginning? No, there's nothing wrong with that. Why would there be something wrong with watching old TNA? I don't see there's anything wrong with that. That was good, man. Will the Hall of Fame ever go on another hiatus? Probably like later in the years, like when they just don't have anybody to put in the Hall of Fame. But as of now, they keep finding random ass names to put in this Hall of Fame. So I think WWE will find and stuff like that. My favorite indie wrestler currently would probably be Matt Riddle. That's my current favorite indie wrestler, the bro, Matt Riddle. He's probably my favorite indie wrestler. Another guy like Shane Swerve Strickland is also pretty fun to watch. Willie Mack. Even though, yes, I know he's on Lucha Underground, he's another fun guy to watch. So, I have my fair share of little indie darlings. But Matt Riddle is probably my favorite. Okada doesn't really count as an indie guy, but yeah. Let's see. What questions did I miss? Best feud in TNA history? Ooh. I always go on with AMW versus Triple X. I feel like that was like a great monster feud for TNA, a great tag team feud that really just set up the table for what the tag team division is about. Angle and Joe is probably the most popular answer because, you know, that did help TNA get mainstream and obviously had one of TNA's more successful pay-per-views with Lockdown 08. So, really, to be honest here, you could say that one, but for me, I always feel Triple H versus AMW is my favorite feud. Just like the personal battle that those two teams had was just so great. So that was always like my favorite feud, best feud. But you know, other feuds that are like, of course, honorable mentions. You got the Angle versus Joe, Broken Matt versus Brother Nero, your AJ Styles versus Christopher Daniels, Fight Forever. I guess Kurt Angle and Sting was a pretty good feud and stuff like that. So yeah. Man, Shelton Benjamin does need a push, man. Why'd you guys bring him back and not to be a good mid-card guy? Do you think Becky Lynch might join a faction formerly known as Absolution? Be better than what she's doing right now. I'll be down for that. Becky Lynch actually changing the character, not being Yahoo! Female Finn Balor. That'd just be good. I actually would like that. That wouldn't be too bad, actually. That'd actually be pretty good. Would you like to see Jeff Hardy become a WWE champion? Yeah. I love Jeff Hardy. Why wouldn't I want him to be a WWE champion? He would be better than most of the roster now to be WWE champion. Yeah, I wouldn't mind Jeff Hardy winning the title. I wouldn't mind Shelton Benjamin won the title. Do you think Drew McIntyre will get a main event run this time around in WWE? He should. He's pretty darn talented still. I don't know why they're wasting his time with Ziggler. But hopefully this just gets him to show some more character. Maybe WWE likes this run that he's doing with Ziggler. And then ultimately they say, hey, you know what? Let's just make Drew McIntyre into, Let's just make Drew McIntyre into a main eventer. I hope. I really do. I really enjoyed his run in Impact and ICW. Really felt he did a good job there spreading his wings. Oh, yeah. No, the WWE right now has way too many heels. Like, there's such a heel and face disparity and stuff like that on the rosters right now. Like, they need more baby faces. They have way too many heels as it stands right now. I don't know why they have this much heels, but they do. Yeah, man, Dolph Ziggler's a good joke. But, hey, he making money, so. Same with Jinder, dude. Jinder. Did you see that Twitter post I made? Jinder making that bank. Oh, I love Jinder's theme. It's a banger. Jinder Mahal has a really good theme and everything like that. Alrighty then, guys. So, I'm going to be doing the outro, but if questions obviously come out. Oh, whoa, what happened there? Did I quit? XSplit early? Jesus, I'm such an idiot. Yes. I'm such an idiot. I don't know what happened there. Okay, there is XSplit. That was my bad. I don't know what happened there. Anyways, guys, thank you guys so much for coming into this Friday stream. It's big news UK that WWE fucked up having women's wrestlers seating in a promo clip on Grace Rumble event. Is it news in the US? Not really. Like, we got mentioned that Saudi Arabia was mad, but it wasn't like huge news about it. Would you like to see Adolf as WWE champion? No. What do you think about Ric Flair's TNA group? Fortune? Ugh, I wasn't big on Fortune, man. I was glad that Kazarian was doing something, but I just wasn't big on Fortune as a whole. Like, why is James Storm in that? It made no sense. Anyways, thank you guys very much for tuning into the live stream. If you guys like what you saw, hit the subscribe button. If you guys are new to the channel, you guys are familiar with the channel, always give a thumbs up for doing these videos. Thank you guys very much. If you guys do, likes always are appreciative on the Chase Oliver channel. Remember, guys, just like our Universal Champion Brock Lesnar, sometimes you don't have to give a shit in life. And remember, guys, just
Yo!
no one's gonna survive!